In today's video, I'll answer your question, what is the Great Tribulation? Then afterward, as always, I'll share some helpful resources, so stick around until the end. The tribulation is a future time period when the Lord will accomplish at least two aspects of his plan. First, he will complete his discipline of the nation of Israel. And second, he will judge the unbelieving godless inhabitants of the earth. The length of the tribulation is 7 years. This is determined by an understanding of the 70 weeks of Daniel in Daniel chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. The Great Tribulation is the last half of the tribulation period, 3.5 years in length. It is distinguished from the tribulation period because of the beast, or Antichrist, will be revealed, and the wrath of God will greatly intensify during this time. Thus, it is important at this point to emphasize that the tribulation and the Great Tribulation are not synonymous terms. Within eschatology, the study of future things, the tribulation refers to the full 7-year period, while the Great Tribulation refers to the second half of the tribulation. It is Christ himself who used the phrase Great Tribulation with reference to the last half of the tribulation. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, Jesus says, "For then there will be a great tribulation, such as has not occurred since the beginning of the world until now, nor ever shall." In this verse, Jesus is referring to the event of Matthew chapter 24, verse 15, which describes the revealing of the abomination of desolation, the man also known as the Antichrist. Also, Jesus in Matthew chapter 24, verses 29 through 30 states, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of the sky with power and great glory." In this passage, Jesus defines the Great Tribulation, verse 21, as beginning with the revealing of the abomination of desolation, verse 15, and ending with Christ's second coming, verse 30. Other passages that refer to the Great Tribulation are Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, which says, "And there will be a time of distress, such as never occurred since there was a nation until that time." It seems that Jesus was quoting this verse when he spoke the words recorded in Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. Also referring to the Great Tribulation is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. "Alas, for that day is great, there is none like it, and it is the time of Jacob's distress, but he will be saved from it." The phrase Jacob's distress refers to the nation of Israel, which will experience persecution and natural disasters such as have never before been seen. Considering the information Christ gave us in Matthew chapter 24, verses 15 through 30, it is easy to conclude that the beginning of the Great Tribulation has much to do with the abomination of desolation, an action of the Antichrist. In Daniel chapter 9, verses 26 and 27, we find that this man will make a covenant of peace with the world for 7 years. Halfway through the 7-year period, in the middle of the week, we are told this man will break the covenant he made, stopping sacrifice and grain offering, which specifically refers to his actions in the rebuilt temple of the future. Revelation chapter 13, verses 1 through 10, gives even more detail concerning the beast's actions, and just as important, it also verifies the length of time he will be in power. Revelation chapter 13, verse 5 says he will be in power for 42 months, which is 3.5 years, the length of the Great Tribulation. Revelation offers us the most information about the Great Tribulation. From Revelation chapter 13, when the beast is revealed, until Christ returns in Revelation chapter 19, we are given a picture of God's wrath on earth because of unbelief and rebellion, Revelation chapter 16 through 18. It is also a picture of how God disciplines and, at the same time, protects his people Israel until he keeps his promise to Israel by establishing an earthly kingdom. Want to learn more? Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Visit GotQuestions.org for more great content and check the details section below this video. There you'll find one book I recommend along with several links related to questions. If you'd like to learn about Bible Munch, or if you're interested in bite-sized devotionals, subscribe to Bible Munch on YouTube. It's linked right here. Now remember, got questions? The Bible has answers. We'll help you find them.